Hey guys, it's Mythology's bot. I'm just gonna go over my quick build for Professor Automaton. I thought this would be kind of a fun thing, just kind of have on like an off, kind of an off thing, you know. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna kind of go over the talents, and I know a lot of people have some issues with melee Psyker. I don't think I've ever really had much of an issue, but I think each one of the tools that Psyker has is good for, you know, everything they want and need. So. I'll go over what my talents are, what my builds are, and just kind of look to bring this section up. And here we go. So we're gonna start off with the skill tree real quick. I'm rocking an Inferno Force Staff and a Blaze Force Great Force Sword. Obviously, warp resistance is going to be your for lack of a better word, dump stat. I don't think there's really a huge dump stat, but this one is you want to keep your heat as high as you can, at least for me. And then our trinkets are usually toughness, combat regeneration, some block efficiency just to make sure you can block a shot or two from something. Some toughness, more toughness regen, and general stuff like that. So let's just go over the whole tree real quick. So we start off with quietude, go down to battle meditation, perilous combustion, just to make sure you get that soul blaze kind of going out when you kill a leader specialist. It just kind of tags everything for you. I would really like to have this kinetic flare, but I don't have enough points to get that. So I have kinetic resonance and brain rupture. Go down to the middle, and then have soul drinker because that kind of keeps up your shield and your toughness at times where you don't normally have that. Wildfire, so when things die, they spread more stacks. That means that's going to help that soul drinker out a little bit more, and it's going to help out perilous combustion. Go down to the middle, Seer's Presence. Now, it doesn't really matter which one you do. I like Seer's Presence because it's very, very, very good. Doesn't really matter what you take. I also have Empathic Invasion, Kinetics Aura, Immaterial Focus, which I'm probably going to actually switch to Anticipation, to be honest. One with a warp, just because that toughness damage reduction is very, very good. And then we're going to go over to the Venting Shriek over there, okay? So, Venting Shriek, you stagger them, and then they catch fire, decreases your peril. And then we go to that left tree, and we want Solidity, because you need to keep your quell speed needs to be up there. You really need to quell as fast as you can. And then Penetrating of the Soul, which gives you rending and warp attacks over a certain amount of heat, which is always useful. Then we go on Warp Rider, and then we come down to this middle tree right here, the Empowered Psionics, and we're doing Psychic Leeching, Charged Up, and Overpowering Souls. So in general, I engage on 3 different ranges, and I'll kind of go over this real quick, just one quick second. I wish I could get like a full... Yep, right there. No, dang. I wish I could get like a full picture of it, right? But obviously we're sticking kind of towards the left of the tree, middle, kind of coming over to the left again, and we go straight down to the middle. I really like these 2 talents, Anticipation and Empathic Invasion. I think those are very, very good. Same with Seer's Presence, one with Warp. There's some talents that I pretty much always take for Psyker, and it pretty much will be Empathic Invasion and Anticipation. And I just kind of wanted to go with this build to be a brain cracker, and that's pretty much it about it, really. And I use the Flame Staff to kind of keep down hordes, and I use the Great Sword to kind of do the same too. That can actually buffer waves, and you can spray them with flames. And then you attack any targets that you see. You kind of defensively cast with any targets that are coming far away, or you can take an opportunity to crack a brain, right? If your stacks are up high enough, it can really snap, right? So let's go over the weapons real quick. I actually probably should have done that. So obviously Blaze Force Great Sword, Unstable Power and Shred, and then Flak and Unyielding. Flak just because everything runs kind of on Flak. And Unyielding for bosses. Same with most of the ones. Flak, I don't have any extra damage on this one. I probably should... No, I kind of like that Critical Strike. It does sometimes kick some talents off for the Psyker, but I don't really have any that crit. I don't think. Not a huge deal, though. Not a huge deal. Not a big deal. Still good. But it really cuts down on the hordes, right? So it just really keeps them down. And that's one of this ability right here. I love that basic spray. It staggers, it pushes, it'll stop a lot of things, right? It'll stop a lot of things. And then we just have the basic brain burst. And obviously when we hit this, we're going to get that ability right there. So we just want to go for heads, right? And anybody that's damaged, anybody's on the floor, crushers are great targets for this head crack because it does a shit ton of damage to carapace, right? I usually try to keep my heat around 80%, usually. And this sword does assist with that great sword, right? That will help a ton keeping that kind of back and forward. As long as you drop below that threshold, it makes it really easy to keep up that higher amount. And then you just gotta be aware where you're sitting at and make sure you don't blow yourself up, right? So, that's in general just the build for Professor Automaton. Nothing too big, I just want to kind of go over this, and I'll probably make a few more of these kind of to the side so everybody kind of has a look at these guys, because I run these guys a lot, right? But anyways, it's good to see you guys. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll see you later. Bye.